can do the double. They won against the Giants earlier on in the season at odds, so that was in round 5, a hard-fought victory there. We're about to get underway then. It'll be Atkin who strikes the ball downfield. Red hot evening here at Huddersfield, and it will be the Giants who have first use of it. Wolford in at dummy half, gets the ball away. Here's Fenton Rodgers, actually played nearly as many games for Bradford as he has for Huddersfield, spent a lot of time there on loan. He takes up a carry, Wolford pops it up. Here's Rushton. And the Giants making their way downfield here. Rodgers again will carry, runs into Aribi Doro's having a good year with the Bulls, starting to rise to prominence, the big front rower. Wolford will get it away. Here now a chance for the Giants to get inside Bradford territory. Both conceded plenty of points last week. Lolohea will send it high. Akins waits underneath it. He'll collect it on the full. He'll bring it forward. Decent chase from the Giants. All in all, a pretty good set from Huddersfield.
Yeah, solid start there from the Huddersfield Giants. As we see there, the man in picture at the start of the game, Akins, Mr. Reliable. But plenty of support off the carriers, and they'll need that tonight if they're to expose this defensive line of the Bradford Bulls.
Jim Lenihan still awaiting for his first win. I think he's been openly admitting he's found it a little bit bigger job than he thought when he came in from Australia. As here now is a nice little run there. Nikarima almost broke through. Last one for the Bulls. Matty Lynn, our official tonight. Here's Atkins, sends it downfield, backtracking. Niall Evans catches it on the full. He turned, he was looking, I think, to give it to Tane Milne, but Tane Milne had other ideas. Bulls return serve with their first set of the match.
Yeah, and a lovely little moment there. I saw Nikarima almost got him behind that ruck as if he was a forward. In the first set of the game, certainly see his eyes wide open, looking for those opportunities.
He was a match winner when they met in round 5. He was outstanding. Here the ball now moving along the back line. Here's Evans looking to work it out wide. Good sliding defence from Nikarima. Guy Armitage doesn't get penalised what could have been seen as a flop. Big collision from Sutton. There's the tackle again. Last one. Ball goes high in the sky. There's a collision here, and Akins has dropped it, but he falls on the loose ball. He's had a little bit of luck there, Caleb Akins.
Well, I think it's missed absolutely everything on his way up.
Or has it? Because the touch judge is on now.
There was certainly an appeal there from Adam Swift. So we can see first knock on. Is he calling it Swift for a Bradford feed?
Well, he's asked them if they're going to challenge, and they are going to challenge it here.
Chris, you've got a captain's challenge.
So
Huddersfield
first challenge.
In the real of a knock on.
Referee deemed that it had been knocked on. We thought it might have been missed by either side. So this will be an interesting development here, Corny. And it's early, 3 minutes in to be using your challenge.
Well, it really is. But you look at the expression on Adam Swift's face here. Went straight through the breadbasket of Akins. Swift went up to challenge. Whether it's come off the arm or the hip, certainly he's not off Swift, but his reaction said everything. He turned quickly and said, "Captain, get onto this." And in the first 3 minutes, certainly bold.
Well, the irony will be, is if it touched nobody, then Bradford get it back anyway. So this is a challenge that they've gone early with here. Although
Yeah, tackle one.
So
tackle one here.
The challenge is successful in that nobody knocked it on, but Bradford keep the ball and Huddersfield keep their challenge.
Well, we've just taken up 30, 60 seconds there, haven't we? A little breather for the players on a 32-degree evening. But like we said, it's gone through everything and tidied up.
So in the end, everyone was right. Swift didn't touch it. The referee said play on.
How often does that happen? Everybody's right.
Yeah, not often. Bradford have it then. They bring it off their line here. Ooh, that was a high shot. They didn't get it right there, did they, the Giants? That was a high tackle, and that's an easy way out for the Bulls.
Well, the first couple, after getting knocked back from the captain's challenge, the home team had certainly rolled their sleeves up defensively and were denying them metres. Just see there, it was the left arm. Certainly copped it high. And a little helping hand downfield as they play the ball, approaching halfway.
Yeah, Bradford were well beaten last week by Leeds. But they did have a flurry, didn't they, in the middle of that game where they put on 3 quick tries and really looked a threat. Can they find that form tonight? Sutton tackled on halfway. Andy Ackers, 300th career appearance tonight. Haggerty, the boss, he's up there. Brian Noble alongside him as here come the Bulls then. First year back in the Super League. Bradford 5 wins, but yet to win on their travels. Can they get one here? Ball will work its way across here to Mellor. He drops the ball back in. Taken forward here. Into contact, 20 out. Bradford's first attacking opportunity. Ackers imploring the referee to give them a penalty, doesn't get one. Mellor gets it away to Atkin. Atkin fires it wide here. Blake ball back on the inside foot. Aikens going for the line. He's going to be turned away. He was only a metre short, but he's repelled by the Giants' defence. What have Bradford got here? They'll swing it back across the field. Bit of a juggle from Atkin. Here's Mellor now. Finds Nikarima. Nikarima drops it back for Russell. Russell tackled though, 15 out. They went backwards there, Bradford. They lose ground. Well, they've still got tackles in hand here. Ball now with Ackers. Fires it across to Atkin. Aiken's ball is on the ground. Picked up by Ethan Ryan. Ryan turns away from one. Ryan puts the footwork on and tackled on the 5th. 10 out from the line. Bradford looking now. They're going to float the kick from Atkin. They're looking towards Russell and Armitage. It's batted back. Who's going to collect it? Not further back. Well picked up by Connor Wynn. Connor Wynn needs to keep it alive. Ball on the ground, and the Giants survive the first test.
Well, after a penalty and then restart, plenty of opportunity. If you've just tuned in, yes, you're only 5 minutes into the game, not 5 to go. The way they're playing, it looks like they're down by 8 with 5 left. That was patience, won them the game back in round 5. Certainly wouldn't call that set patient.
It was all a little bit frantic, wasn't it, from the Bulls? And now they've given away a penalty. Tane Milne celebrates. Zach Fulton just held on too long, protests his innocence, and Lollahea, has he found touch? Has he found touch? Oh, he hasn't. Well, tell me a play that sums up a season and shows up a play. There are boos around us here for that play from Lollahea. That is unforgivable.
It really is. They just work so hard defensively to deny points. As we see Bradford pushing out here to the right, but not to find touch. Opted for distance over certainty.
There's a player that is playing without any confidence. Bradford, they're on the front foot here. They're waiting, 40 out. Aiken's pass was a flat one. They got away with that. Here's a chip over the top, played at. Batted back by Bradford. That's going to be another set restart. It's going to be another 6 to go. And here now goes Aikens through the middle inside the 20 on tackle 1. It was a good effort from the Giants with the bounce of the ball not favouring them here. Here now is Mellor. Mellor into contact, 10 out from the line. Huddersfield's defence so far has been good, but it's a defence that is the worst in Super League. Now a set restart. Here's Sutton, short pass to Doro. So now they've got 6 more, and they go into the left now. Here is Atkin, turns it back for Fulton, knees it hard. Good defence. Wolford involved with Rushton. Short pass, Doro. Doro sidesteps his way through. I'm going to get some new shorts on there. Nearly lost the lot. Here's a short pass, they're in, they're over. Crashing over is Sutton, and the Giants' defence is breached inside 8 minutes. Lollahea misses touch, and the Bulls make him pay. Sutton piles over from close range, and the Bulls lead by 4.
Well, you used the word frantic to start the game, Mark, and it has been absolutely that. And I tell you what, the Bulls have made them pay. Eventually, they've had plenty of opportunity inside 20, but on the back of Lollahea not finding touch, and inviting them back down this end of the field. It's Sutton, who's found a new lease on life at the Bradford Bulls. A career riddled with injury, but the man is playing with enormous heart. We can see here on the replay, Doro, he attracts plenty in defence. And the short ball, that far out, it was simply done. It was set up out the back. You look at the spacings there in and around the ruck, and it was all too easy. Served up on a platter, and Sutton, he celebrates with the travelling crowd.
Yeah, and the kick is added. So that is a 6-point lead then. Chris Atkin with a goal. You saw it there. If you'd have paused it, that gap between the two defenders there was too big that close to the line, wasn't it?
Well, and we always know that that marker system on the line often just revert back to the one, but it was almost 3-4 people in behind that play the ball, and the spacings just got all too big and inviting.
Lollahea will get us back underway, but that kick was met with boos, the one that missed touch, and that's a sign of the times here at Huddersfield. Here's Ethan Ryan, gets it away. Zach Fulton. And now he's Mella, gets it away. Nikarima again, looking to push up the middle. He's not trying to run it in, is he, the half?
He's not, and the way he's running it in on this side of halfway, it's great signs for the Bulls when Nikarima's running, not just when they're in good ball.
Here now Nikarima. Nikarima works its way forward. He's over halfway. Last one for Bradford then. They'll look to get the kick away. Ackers will find Atkin, will send it high. Evalds will come forward. No real pressure on him. Collects it just outside the 10. He's met by a wall of white and tackled 20 off his own line.
A solid start there. Wasn't put under enormous pressure from the kick chase, but it was certainly connected. The Giants look to find a little bit of space out here.
Oh, they've got through here. It's Gagai, he's got support. He gets it to Swift. Oh, the ankle tapped. Oh, rolls over, nearly got back to his feet. What a tackle that was. A try saver, but the Bulls could be getting someone in the bin here. No, referee says play on. Rushton fires it to Lollahea. Lollahea with a footwork, cuts back up the middle. He's trying to go it alone. He's tackled 2 away. Referee says play on. Wolford waits. What a tackle on Swift. Another set restart. Ball works his way wide to Evalds. Evalds looking to get to an edge, flicks the ball away to Reg. Reg's going for the line. Dragged down by the collar on his shirt. Desperate defence from Wonga Blake. Keep them out. With the Giants knocking on the door. They're looking to try and pinch one. Did they lose that? No, they held on to it. Mill couldn't get through. Giants come back here. Gilt edge chance for them. Ball in the centre of the field and they pop it up. And that will be a turnover, but how important that ankle tap tackle there. I thought Swift was gone for all money.
Well, there were a couple of moments in that set where you thought it was absolutely points on the board. And it was that moment there. Have a look at that. A try saver. Gotta love the gymnastics of Swift, who we know can find a try line. You would have felt like a sniper jumped out and got him at that moment. Bradford probably lucky not to have one. Taking a 10-minute rest.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. It looked like they held on, didn't it? It's a shame Adam Swift couldn't find another forward roll there on the back of that run. He might have got away. But that was a chance. Better from Huddersfield. Certainly breaking out of their own half, but they've got to be better inside the 20.
They really do. They haven't had too much opportunity to show tonight. But no doubt, watching.
Well, here come Bradford. They're attacking with Wynn. And Wynn's racing down the sideline. Fires it in. Can Nikarima get away? He's trying to put the footwork on Gagai. And he's going to be tackled. He wants to play. He will play. If they go to the left, surely they'll go in. Huddersfield trying to get back. Ball moves its way wide. Here now is Blake. Blake tackled. And Huddersfield, fair play to them, have scrambled back. But it's a break, a minute at the moment. Both sides making good meters. Who can hold their nerve inside the red zone? Mella, was he taken high? No, he wasn't. 10 out from the line. Lollahea with the tackle. Can Bradford get over again. Here's Doro again. Tries to crash his way through. The Giants hold him out. Last one. Bradford will come back. Here now is Atkins. Well, he's put the kick up and all the wingers are back looking for the pass there. That miscommunication there, Courtney.
Well, it's interesting. A couple of times they've gone through the high ball over on this side, and I wouldn't say either Swift nor Wynn typically brilliant in the air. So interesting decisions there.
I just wonder if you're going to kick on the last tackle call, surely Connor Wynn and Armitage should be up flat with play. They were stood back as though they were waiting a pass there.
And that's it, you go back to the decision. Interesting decision, not even the outside backs were predicting it as we see a little shift here.
And here goes Evans, and Evans has got Swift outside him, and Swift now has got support. There's cover coming, but Swift's going to go in alone. He's in! What a try from Adam Swift! Denied by an ankle tap a couple of moments ago. And this is a man going to nearly a try again for the Giants. Give him a chance. He generally takes it. Brilliant from the Giants. They're back within 2.
Well, we said it earlier, the man knows his way to the try line. 4 tries in the last 4 games, and he would have felt absolutely robbed after that space opened up earlier, and that ankle tap denied him the 4 points. But after some scrappy defence, you see here just biting in so hard. Evalds does a great job making Wynn make a decision, giving him no chance, and with multiple support runners on his inside. He gives a little look, a little pump off the right. Thank you very much, I'll have it myself. And he gets the Huddersfield Giants on the board.
Yeah, lovely try. I mean, his career record, he's nearly 3 and 4. That is some return. I mean, he's closing in on 250 career games. You wonder, but for injuries, Adam Swift, he could well have been a lot further up those try-scoring ranks than he is already.
Absolutely, he could. We know he's a great finisher and a great workhorse too out of back play. Hasn't scored a lot of tries here at the Giants of recent times. A few injuries getting in his way, but he's certainly a man that they look to.
This is a tough one for Ollie Russell. Looking to level up the match here. There's Ollie Russell. He'll send this one towards the post. No, he can't. He's just pushed it to the near side. So no goal, but crucially the Giants with their opening try are back within 2.
Well, the last thing they would have wanted was to have Bradford Bulls put another try on them, and you can see there Swift, the eyes. He coached the fullback in, got himself one, and they're back in touch on their home turf. Coach Lenihan will be happy with the scoreboard, perhaps not with the performance. A little helter-skelter here to start.
Well, they've only won once at home. That was against York when they won back-to-back matches, but they've come up with a knock-on here off the kick-off return. Fenton Rodgers, he leaps up. He's saying this has been ripped, so I dare say here, if they believe Fenton Rodgers, they're going to decide, they're going to challenge it. Matty Lynn will hand this one upstairs to Chris Kendall, but he was adamant, wasn't he? The reaction of the player there was one that a man that thought he'd had it pinched out of his grasp. So we'll have a look through the pictures here, but this one,
coming in to tackle one.
from a Fenton Rodgers point of view, looks clear cut. Let's have a look. Ooh.
Well, it was certainly a massive carry with intention off the back ropes.
I think Russell's hand is on it here, Courtney, but he hasn't pulled it out, has he?
It's definitely not ripped, is it, if that's the term you're looking for?
Well,
and after points, just a bit of a loose carry, really.
There's no pulling
it's almost like Rodgers is trying to pull the ball away from Russell, so the successful challenge, not this time, unsuccessful, so they've burned their challenge inside 16 and a half minutes. And probably more crucially in the context of this game, Courtney, they've just got back in it and now they've given Bradford a gilt-edged chance.
They certainly have. And we just mentioned there, Lenihan might be happy with them coming back in touch on the scoreboard. But moments like that, he'll be tearing his hair out in the stands.
Well, they move it, Bradford. Here's Nicarima, short pass, almost through the line was Wonga Blake. He's wrapped up. A couple of metres out. Giants defence. Going to have to work overtime here to keep Bradford at bay. Doro smashes into the turf right in front of the Bradford fans. Here now is Sutton. Fancies a double, but not this time. Huddersfield all over him. Rushton involved with Evolds as Ackers waits. Ackers gets it away now to Mellor. Short pass. They wanted a forward pass and they've got one. So an error. Fulton took the pass, but it was forward. And Bradford wasted a big opportunity here.
Well, it was almost gift-wrapped, wasn't it? After the Giants had put on some points and absolutely, most definitely forward. It's not the first one tonight we sat here and just raised a few eyebrows off the halves and the hookers. Certainly playing flat this evening. Those short balls, they certainly look threatening.
Both sides have come to score some points. Let's have a look what's going on in the other game tonight over at the Brick Community Stadium. What a start for Warrington. We know that both sides are down on troops, but it's Warrington who started the better. They lead on Sky Sports Action 12 points to 0. All here now carried forward with the Giants. Well, they got their first try a few moments ago, survived a bit of a worry. And now they'll work it forward here. The ball carried in. 30 out from the Giants line. They have looked really threatening on their left edge. They're working it right though to Lollahea. Lollahea, short pass, soft hands, gets it away to Hewitt. Hewitt's heading for the sideline, flicks it out the back. That's play on. Bradford have touched it. That's going to be another set of 6. Well, this time the ball favours the Huddersfield Giants, and they were a bit unlucky there, Bradford, but Hewitt did well to keep that ball in the field of play.
Yeah, he really did. He was absolutely smothered over on that edge as they escorted him towards the touchline. And 6 again. Well, that'll be helpful here for the Giants. Can they come away with a few points and nudge their way? You see there, 4 players around him. He's done very well.
Yeah, here comes Powell. He's been a bright spot in a disappointing year so far for the Giants. Here's Lollahea, fires it wide and they jump out. They won't get to Connor Wrench and he's in. Second try for the Giants. Beautiful pass. Bradford gambled. They shot out of the line and Connor Wrench makes them pay. The Giants lead for the first time by 8 points to 6.
Well, after trailing initially and having to defend their line time and time again, they come back into good ball. They start to put some points on. It was the Bradford left edge defence. Just bit in so hard. And it was a simple choice for Wrench to pin his ears back.
It all came off the back of this offload from Sam Hewitt.
You have a look at that. It's a beautiful job there. Just to get the ball back in play. Awarded 6 again. And you have a look at that. That lead runner just enticing and forcing that decision on Blake.
Oh, hang on a second.
Review.
Hang on a second.
Checking possible obstruction.
This has been reviewed, so maybe not yet. Possible obstruction we're hearing. So let's hand this to Chris Kendall.
No, when it's confirmed. Huh?
Okay, we have a formal review. Hewitt's obligations here are to find space or to pull up short. He doesn't. He hits Chris Atkin flush. This causes Atkin to go to ground. So this is a block. And then, given that the ball carrier then goes into that space that Chris Atkin could have been defending in, the defensive line has been materially disadvantaged. I've made a decision.
Well, one look from Chris Kendall is enough to determine that Hewitt, having been good in the build-up to the try, has now come up with a foul, a block if you like, on Chris Atkin, and that try is chalked off.
Sorry, keep time off.
Well, you can see the head.
We'll have the water break
Coach
now.
Lenahan up there disagrees.
It was an obstruction.
And it's just so passive, isn't it?
Time's off though, we'll have the water break now.
Defence,
Okay, we'll have the
they
water
know
break
the
now.
tricks these days.
Fellas,
For me,
we'll have the water
it
break
was simply
now.
just the read. You have a look here. He knew he was well up the creek without a
No,
paddle.
he hits him flush, you've got to
And
stop
in the
short.
end, the only decision is to almost beg
Sam, hang on.
and act his way.
Let's hear from
No,
the
but
referee
he's
here.
hitting flush and he's gone. The outside man's then taking up the space where Chris Atkins should be entitled to defend. Okay, that's a call.
Look on that line, I look my rock. You gave me a good penalty there, but they always line them around.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out, okay, mate, yeah.
Well, they're not happy, Huddersfield. They're thinking like you're thinking, that maybe he's bought a penalty there. To the letter of the law, he's been
To the letter of,
hasn't he? But
to the letter of the law, yes. But you can see that initial decision. He certainly got himself into trouble and then had absolutely nowhere to go. But those lead runners, they make contact and it usually goes upstairs, doesn't it? And
yeah, plenty of games to come. Triple header tomorrow. Hull Wakefield, the pick of the bunch. 5 o'clock Sky Sports action. Dragons against the Rhinos. 7:55. And then on Sunday we go to St Helens, who take on Toulouse. The Bench podcast on Mondays with Jenna and John. Jim Lenham, what's he made of the opening quarter? His side have made some errors. They've also played some nice stuff as well, haven't they?
yeah, they have. They really just haven't had a lot of opportunity just to settle, to apply some pressure, to get some back-to-back sets.
Ken Davey looking on as ever. It's pretty stern-faced, doesn't it, Ken?
Not impressed yet.
No, not yet. Maybe not with that decision. Lots of NRL action to come as well across the weekend and across the remainder of the season. Now the State of Origin is out of the way. It's all eyes on the playoffs, and you can keep up to date with it right here on Sky Sports. 6-4 then. Feels like we maybe should have had a few more tries than we've had already.
Well, I tell you what, it's certainly been high octane, even with errors. It hasn't been the most aesthetically pleasing and controlled rugby. Certainly exciting as we see another flat ball there. If it wasn't forward, it's hit the deck.
Well, here's a chance on the counter for Evolds. Good hands, Lollahea. The pass was okay on that occasion, but Bradford didn't take it in, and maybe they should have gone out the back. They did have numbers there. Here come the Giants, who are just starting to get on top in terms of attacking play. They're 30 out from the line. Here now is Wolford. Gets it away. A little sidestepping run from Rushton. He's tackled 20 metres out from the line. Wolford waits. He will find the run here of Powell. Powell sidesteps his way up to the 10, falls under a 3-player tackle. Giants just denied by the video referee. Are they about to strike again? Lollahea drops the ball back for Hewitt. Hewitt tackled 3 or 4 metres out. Wolford jumps in again at dummy half. Gets it away. Here now the looping pass. Will it bounce up for Russell? He's done well to take that in. He gets it away to Gagai. Gagai has to stand, use his footwork, and almost got away. But Nicarima and Armitage bring him to ground on the 5th. Ball will go back. Russell's going to kick for Swift here, looking to get Swift over the top of Wynn. Well, he was bumped off the ball there. That is as stupid a foul as you're going to get from the Bradford Bulls. Dan Russell might as well have sent an email to Matty Lynch saying, this is what I'm going to do. Have a look at this.
Well, again, an interesting choice here to go high. And Russell, well, he couldn't have made it more obvious. And the touchy was right on top of the action.
I think they're looking at the fact, Courtney, that Swift has got a huge height advantage over Wynn, and that's what they're looking to attack, isn't it?
Yeah, just wait for me.
Yeah, but you still wouldn't say it is brilliant aerially.
Oh, come on, I think you're doing him a disservice.
Look, I'd love to see him get the ball on the floor and either get the ball back. I mean, they've got it back now through it.
Here's Dunford. Well, they get another set. That was madness, wasn't it? There from Russell. Here now is Wolford, gets it away. They're trying to power their way through with Rodgers. Bradford's defence working overtime here. Leader out from the line. They'll swing it now. Here's Lollahea. Short pass. Good defence. Ball offloaded. They keep it alive, the Giants. Ball will go back here to Rushton. Rushton gets it to Mellor. Mellor 5 out from the line. Will make the tackle with teammates Ormond Royd involved. Ball now works its way to Russell. Out the back they go. Miss out pass there. Swift again. He's over for his second. Swift on the outside. This time they do go through the hands. Clinical from the Giants. They have their second try and they lead this time by 8 points to 6.
Well, only minutes ago they were up in arms, as were the fans. They were denied the lead in a try through an obstruction that went upstairs, but Swift by name, Swift by nature, and he gets his second of the evening, and it's beautiful work in the lead up. We can have a look at the replay. So we see here, this afforded them a repeat set. Again, just an absolute brain fade there from Russell. It was all too obvious. Just have a look at that pass, a jump out of hooker, a beautiful ball out in front. And the defence, well, they were standing do I, don't I. And then a beautiful decision, cut out pass, hit the winger. And Wynn, well, he got absolutely burnt on the outside. And Swift, first half, 2 tries. He's on fire.
Well, the try hasn't been confirmed yet. And there's nervousness around this stadium here because everyone's looking at the big screen, wondering if this is going to be reviewed again. Try is now confirmed. Ollie Russell, Jim Leonard, they were getting worried there, weren't they, the Giants? Eventually confirmed. We were speaking, I know you made a point last week when they played the Rhinos. You thought the Rhinos, despite not being great last week against Bradford, picked Bradford apart on the edges.
Well, you have a look, man of the match, Ash Hanley, and the way he just absolutely destroyed that edge and the points they put on. The line breaks, the tries, it's fragile.
Kick is sent wide again, so no joy from Russell for the tee, but it is 8-6. Couple of tries for the Giants. Swift over for 2, and he'll be looking for plenty more opportunities tonight. But just signs that Bradford just starting to get picked apart, certainly down there right hand side.
Yeah, they leaked like a sieve at Magic, didn't they, as we see Coach Lenihan just tap his head. Obviously just asking his players, keep your cool, stay patient, build pressure inside those 20s and it'll come.
Swift collects it, gets it away to Rogers, who goes to ground inside his own 10. Early stages here, Giants not won, they've lost their last 10 Super League matches. Been a long time for them. There's now a scoop from dummy half from Wolford, looking for support, has another 5-metre haul as well. Ball now with Lolohea. Lolohea up to the halfway line. He wants to play it quickly, gets it away. Here now is Powell. This is a good set from Huddersfield. They've rolled Bradford straight downfield. 30 out from the line. They'll get it away to Lolohea. He's going to stand up and kick. They're trying to get to Ethan Ryan. Ryan, though, is good in the air. He brings it down, and Bradford survive. It was a pretty good set from the Giants.
It was a brilliant set there from the Giants. They just give away a penalty after all that brilliant work that absolutely marched them downfield. They'd won the ruck speed, leaving markers on the floor, in and behind.
Tap restart from the Bulls. They get the ball just short of the halfway line as Armitage takes the first carry. What have Bradford got by way of a response? Coughed up the ball a couple of times, haven't they, on forced errors. 73% there. Completion rate, ball back on the inside, looking to get Nikarima through. They're trying to get the ball in his hands as often as they can. Ackers will find Mella. Mella takes on the line, offloads late, finds Ackers. Ackers drops the ball back. Here's Fulton. Fulton with the footwork. Stopped by Evalds. Good tackle from the fullback. They'll have it 10 away from the line, Bradford. They play it there. It was a scruffy play of the ball. Ball back here to Ormond Roy. Going for the line. Just short. Just short on the last one. They'll swing it back here. This time they'll put the kick. They're looking towards Wonga Blake. Swift beats him in the air, unchallenged, but he might be going into touch. He might be going into touch. I think his arm was in touch, and the flag eventually goes up. So Bradford's tactic has paid off in the end. Looks like they're going to get the ball back 10 out from the Giants line.
Well, it was a disciplined set to earn them the right down this end of the field. Just have a look at the defence. It was a beautiful take in the air by Swift. I just knocked him only moments earlier. But the defence to keep him upright, get 3 in the tackle.
Wynn's first contact was that was the important bit in that, wasn't he? He held him up, almost bear hugged him up, and Swift all of a sudden was quickly outnumbered.
We talk about the changes in the game. We see interchanges. Russell, breather. The changes in the game and the requirements of wingers to be so physical these days, not just scoring tries. Moments like that.
Yeah, sorry, that wasn't a great pass, was it, there from the play of the ball, but Bradford keep hold of it. Another set for them then, and they've been down this end a few times. They've only come up with that one crash over try from Sutton. Set restart, Bulls get another set. Here now is a chance to work the ball in the centre of the field. There goes Logan Lewis back in the side after an injury absence. Can Bradford come up with some creativity here? Ball works its way to Mellor, short pass, but they scramble well. Good shot comes in there from Connor Wrench. They're going to work it back this near side. Logan Lewis wrapped up. The Giants are getting off their line quickly at the moment, and Bradford as yet have got no answers. Bit more depth here. They're looking to drop the ball back underneath for Nicarima. Oh, he's gone straight through like a hot knife through butter. Nicarima slices them open. Looked to be nothing on until Nicarima gets his hands on it, and the Bulls back in front.
Well, back in round 5. There's that man on screen that had an absolute huge influence on the game and the outcome, and he's been busy this evening, almost carrying the ball at times like a second rower. And just have a look at this replay. After some decent defence through the middle, just opens up here. A little wave, drop under me, and it's Nicarima that goes through, fends off a couple. It's all too easy, just over chasing on the outside there.
There wasn't a great deal on there, was there, when Nicarima gets that ball, but his footwork is so good. See why the Bulls want him fit and available. It's only his 9th appearance of the season. Here's Atkin, already kicked one, this one from just a fraction to the right of the post. To put the Bulls further clear, he strikes it, and the kick is good. It's 12 points to 10 in favour of the Bulls. Sorry, 12 points to 8 in favour of the Bulls.
Well, just a little more settled in the last couple of sets, and intentions just to work their way back through the middle. And that one there, Nicarima, and a phone call home. And celebrate that one. He's been busy tonight. He looks like he wants to impact this game.
Bradford fans will be hoping he's ringing his brother, getting him to come to the Bulls as well. That's looking increasingly unlikely. Expected to stay in the NRL with the Dolphins. 9 to go to the break. Here's Ormond Royd. Well, Bradford will be happy with that, because they've had to defend. Well, they're not happy with this. If Ormond Royd goes into touch, he does what we're saying. They've had to endure a bit of defensive work, haven't they, the Bulls? And they'll be pleased to get some points of their own.
Well, both coaches, we know that, as you say, they've been licking their wounds. And there'll be points on offer tonight, but both coaches will be demanding resilience defensively from their teams.
Release! Free. Wait. Go forward.
Now, here with Lewis. Crashes forward. Been a good pickup for the Bulls this year. There's a possible 40-20 attempt, but it's straight down the middle of the field, so Evans will collect it. He gets it on the full. He'll bring it forward up to the 30. Well, it's in the balance. It's there to be won, isn't it, tonight?
It really is. I mean, but no, both teams are desperate, and desperate for different reasons, as we see Swift carry the ball in strongly. 2 tries to him already. But the Giants, in such a drought for 2 points for them.
Leaves a defender on the ground. Picked up and now brought forward. Into the action. Now a set restart for the Giants. They get 6 more. Guy gets it away. Inside the 40, they'll dump the ball back. Here now is a chance. Brought forward by Powell. He's picked up. Well, the Giants looking to respond here. Good offload. Gets the move going for the Giants. Here they come now, going through the hands. Russell found the door closed as Bradford rush out, as they like to do on those edges. Takes some putting down here though, Russell. Now they're working up the centre. Tackle made, 10 out. Bradford hanging on as Rushton plays it now. Gay gets it away. Little roll through the line. Can McGilley bounced it? He's bounced it. That was a try begging for Hewitt, and he's failed to ground it.
Free.
This one's going upstairs.
No try.
But I think this should
Just
be pretty straightforward
please.
for a no try for the Huddersfield Giants. Let's hear from Chris Kendall.
Okay, we have a live call of no try. We're checking the grounding. Player to the right has both feet behind the ball. We've got players in the middle that are off, so we'll run it through on this angle. Okay, so that player on the left is passive. The player that competes is onside, touches the ball there, and there appears to be a gap there then. Go camera 5. So it's touched there. There's a gap then, and the ball goes dead. It's going to be no try, 20-metre restart.
Yeah, only took one look. Matty Lynn was in the right place. Just wanted confirmation to say that Sam Hewitt hadn't grounded it. You have to say it's another chance for the Huddersfield Giants. It's gone begging. Should have been 4 more points. It was a nice kick from Tui Lolohea, but Hewitt couldn't ground it, and he gave himself up anyway, didn't he? He didn't even appeal for the try.
Body language says it all. You could see there, though, certainly cracks appearing through the edges of the Bradford line defence. And Lolohea, a great option there. He did have numbers and options out the back. It was a lovely kick.
Certainly was. But no try. So we go on. Here comes Akins. Ball now over halfway. Bradford on a bit of a roll. Can they produce at the end of this set? Here's the main man, Jaden Nikarima, taking the one up the middle. The new boy, Zane Dunford, makes the tackle on the 5th. Going to send it high. They're looking towards that far side. They're looking to get it Tane Milne. Milne gets off the ground early. He takes the ball 5 off his own line. Giants get it back.
Well, with only 6 minutes remaining on the clock, both teams will want to score. It's to keep points flowing. So we see the Giants making their way, backs coming in to get busy. But I tell you what, Nikarima, he's looking dangerous. He's beating forwards on the floor.
Well, the Giants have had some real joy moving it to their left. I'm surprised they've not tried it a little bit more. They might be about to try it here and now, right on cue. That's where they're going. Here's Evolds. Evolds, straight through. Evolds has got support. He's inside if he looks up. Gets it away to Gaia. Gaia taken by Ryan. Good scramble from Ethan Ryan. But right on cue, the Giants went to their left. And now they're going to play it on the last one. Have they got numbers? Bradford look to scramble back. Here's Lolohea. Lolohea goes to ground, dunks it on the ground. Bradford pick it up. That's the second clean break Huddersfield have made that they've not finished off.
Well, he had options. He had options on the outside, options on the inside. And the desperation on these line breaks from the Bradford defence, and moments like that, that will make Kurt Haggerty very, very proud. As they hang on to a 4-point lead going into half-time.
Yeah. This left edge of Huddersfield has got Bradford ripped up, hasn't it? A couple of times they've been to it. Kurt Haggerty will be aware of that. Something they need to fix up at half-time.
Well, the Giants have obviously done some homework through the week after what they saw at Magic.
English put the shot on Atkin. Referee says play on. No, he doesn't. He says Bradford are going to get a penalty. Matty English just come onto the field and he's put a late shot there on Chris Atkin. And Atkin has stayed down and made sure the referee's aware of this one.
Matty, it's late and you just
stayed down for quite some period, and English looking to have an impact. It's not just the impact, certainly drops the shoulder.
There's no wrap there, is there?
There's not, but it almost looks like he's bailing out of it too. In slow motion never does any favours here.
Yeah.
Quite simply, if Matty English puts his arm around him, that penalty doesn't get given, does it?
Yeah,
they don't even look at it, I don't think.
Yeah, fine.
It is a little bit late. You can see it either way, can't you? But again, if you're going by the letter of the law,
what are you doing, Chris? Taking the 2.
I think they're going to have a kick at goal here. They are going to have a kick at goal, Bradford, as they look to add to their 4-point lead. It's 20 metres out right in front of the post. He'll discipline from Huddersfield, and if there is a criticism here from Jim Lenihan, that is the 4th penalty they've conceded now, as well as a couple of set restarts.
And there's penalties that give away metres, and there's penalties that give away points. And on this occasion, a 4-point lead to Bradford. Only 3 minutes left on the clock. Probably a wise decision to just extend that lead to a converted try. The players all round catch their breath.
Well, he's 2 from 2. Huddersfield will feel that their 8 points is a very short return on the chances they've created. And Bradford, with a swing of the boot, go another 2 clear. 14 points to 8 then. Chris Atkin on point, gets a few jeers off the Huddersfield crowd, but he won't care one bit. He's on target for the 3rd time.
Well, after copying it and getting knocked to the floor, a little bit of quick treatment. Kurt Haggerty, very calm and composed, looking on from the stands there as his team take the lead early doors.
Right, couple of minutes left in the half. Is there a bit of late drama here at the AQ Stadium? Bradford collective. Not seen a lot of Ethan Ryan going forward, have we? The play's been down the other side. Here's Ormonroyd. Good carry from Jack Ormonroyd. Gets the set off to a flying start. Can Bradford maybe get down the other end and extend their lead? Here they go forward now. Carried again. They're making good meters here. Making meters. Oh, they've lost it. Making meters hasn't been the problem, has it? It's been finishing off the breaks.
Yeah, it really has. And completion rate sitting at 81% currently for the Bulls. But just some solid, decent carries. It's just been on contact with the floor there. Looks to have bobbled out.
That's what they didn't want, Bradford. And that's the downside of taking the 2, isn't it? You do open up the potential to cough up the ball in your own half. Ball now here with Huddersfield, who've made plenty of breaks, but they've only got 2 tries from Swift to show for it. Here's English looking to atone for that penalty call that he thought was unjust. There waits. He'll get the ball away here to Lollahea. Short pass to Greenwood. Greenwood within 5. Giants knocking on the door. Set restart for them, and still time to use it as well. Lollahea finds Rushton. Rushton tackled 5 out from the line. Can Bradford hold on? Are the Giants going to level up going into half-time? Now a penalty. Oh, and a card coming. A card coming here for the Bulls. Well, this last 60 seconds.
Time off.
Thornton sent to the bin, and all of a sudden that knock-on from Logan Lewis now really does have implications on the rest of this match.
Absolutely it does. And with only seconds remaining in this first half, well, that could be a real crucial moment here.
Well, it would have been a gift, 2 points, but Huddersfield want more than that. They want 4 at least, and they've got time to use the set. Can they now capitalise against 12-player Bradford? Ball now works its way across to Russell. They're lining up this edge. They're lining up the edge. Great scramble. Brilliant scramble from Wonga Blake. Brilliant try-saving tackle. Bradford trying to slow the play down. Where's the gap? Where's the extra man for Huddersfield? There could be. Oh, they missed the pass. If they went through hands there, they would have had a chance. Ball goes backwards to Evalds. What an effort from Bradford. Still alive though, but time ticking down here. Time running out for the Giants. And they lose fully 20 metres on that play. Wrench's tackle. Here's Gaia now. Have they got one more play in them? They're going to kick over the top. They're looking for Swift, but Wing gets first run. And Wing chucks it dead. And the Bradford Bulls survive what was a pretty harem-scarum last few seconds of the half. But maybe, Courtney, that last passage of play there sums up the Huddersfield Giants tonight.
Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? And when the Bradford Bulls, they showed such leaking defence in the last few weeks, and even with a player down, that composure not there, just to strike going into the half-time break. It's the Bulls, they survive, but they'll come out still a player down to start the second half.
Well, indeed. We'll look back at what's been a pretty eventful opening 40 minutes, but it's the Bradford Bulls on top at the break. Huddersfield 8, Bradford 14.
This is the stage where dreams are realised and legends are made. And here we go. You've never seen anything like it. Wow.
How good is rugby league played like that? Unbelievable! The most remarkable rugby league moment! You have never seen the like of that. What an incredible player!
What a sport we have. Drink that in.
Yeah, the NRL continues, and you can watch it live with us right here on Sky Sports tomorrow. Decent game kicks off your Saturday morning, 6 a.m. Sky Sports action as the Dolphins take on the Sharks. That's followed by the Bulldogs taking on the Raiders, 8:30 on Sky Sports action. And the Roosters take on the Eels at 10:35 a.m. all on Sky Sports action tomorrow morning. And that's followed by NRLW action, or preview by NRL action. Cowboys take on the Tigers, 3:45 on Sky Sports Mix. NRLW action throughout the day. Bulldogs Titans 6:15, Roosters Knights 8:15 on Sunday. Raiders Warriors and the Dragons Eels live for you. But like your early morning rugby league, Sky Sports Mix, the place for you over the weekend. Here, what an interesting half of rugby league we've had. 14 points to 8, but it was an half-field corner that we've left a few points out on the field, certainly from the Huddersfield Giants' point of view.
Yeah, they sure have. And if you're sitting at home, you're feeling a little dizzy and out of breath. Well, there's reason for it, because it's all been quite chaotic and frantic. Signs of two teams desperate for those competition points, as we see here. The first try came through Bradford, off Nick. The short ball there, the touch was missed, and just invited Sutton as he took off 6 points in favour of the away team. And gee, they've had some joy down on this left-hand edge. And Swift, he loves to score a try, doesn't he? In the end, looked to go himself. They return serve. But as you said, they trail on the scoreboard, but they could well be up and leading going into half-time. But denied a try here. An obstruction, as we saw. A desperate coach, a frustrated coach. But it didn't take long off the back of building a little bit of pressure. Repeat sets. A defensive edge that was exposed through Magic Round continues to be exposed, and it was Swift. And the home crowd fans were on their feet. And Nicarima, well, he's been incredibly busy and influential so far for the Bulls. And he's looking busier as the game progresses, and not much going on in that set. But his footwork, well, a little phone call home. It's the wee hours back in Australia. Are you watching? As we can see there, not a whole heap separates the two teams, but it's the boot, a couple of penalties, and it's the boot of Atkins that adds the extra 6 to give the Bulls that lead.
Yeah, 14 points to 8. Second half to come here at the ACU Stadium. Look at the Giants celebrating their first win in 11. Or will the Bulls make it a Super League double? All revealed. The second half is live next.
is set to be something special, and we are being treated here for you putting on one hell of a show. What an incredible year!
Put up your right hand and your left one, two, and then
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
Johnston for the corner. Johnston for history. 2:13.
It's a sensational start. Hull Kingston Rovers, world champions.
There'll be some noise tonight.
The Blues with a heist for the ages. Back to back for the Blues.
On top of the rugby league world. Two big men coming together. Wonderful, wonderful scenes.
A record-breaking year on Sky Sports, and the Rugby League action continues thick and fast. A triple header from the Super League tomorrow, where Leeds take on Castleford at 2:55 on Sky Sports Plus. We're on the Sky Sports action for the big one tomorrow. Hull Kingston Rovers take on Wakefield. Two of the teams that are chasing down the leaders. Leeds, they go to Catalan, 7:55 on Sky Sports Plus tomorrow night. And on Sunday, St Helens, injury ravaged, take on Toulouse, fresh off that huge win over the Dragons last week. That's 2:55 on Sky Sports Plus. Right, 14 points to 8 here. Warrington lead Wigan by 12 points to 6. Winner of that one will go 2 points behind leaders Leeds. So big game. You can see the second half of Sky Sports action. We're about to get back underway here then. Bradford down to 12 for pretty much the opening 10 minutes of the second half, Courtney. Do Huddersfield do anything different? Or does Jim Lennon want them to keep doing what they're doing but just maybe take a few more chances?
Well, I think what you saw in the first half, there was a moment when Jim Lenihan tapped on his head, almost just reminding his players, buy your time, earn the right to get inside 20, and you will uncover some joy, as we saw on the edge defence of this Bradford team. Go back to the playbook, boys. Go back to the video reviews we've done this week. And with a player down, this is the time to play catch-up and just push ahead.
Yeah, that's what we'll be hoping to do here. Felt like the Giants could have had a few more tries in that first half. Will they put some points on? Or will Bradford survive the 12-man period and bounce back with some points of their own? They showed against Leeds last week, despite being down on troops. They've still got points in them. Here now is Nicarima. He's over 100 metres in the first half already. Atkin will send the kick low. It'll bounce towards the fullback Evalds, whose touch is a good one. He'll give it to Tane Milne. He'll bring it forward. Bradford make the tackle on the 20.
Yeah, a bit of a scruffy kick, but functional, practical, got the job done. But this is where the Bradford Bulls just need to roll the sleeves up. Coach Kurt Haggerty has just demanded a little bit of defensive resilience in the last few weeks, and with a player down, this is the period they need to do it. So Giants get in behind the markers in the ruck.
Yeah, English over halfway. Good carry from him. Kurt Haggerty looking on. Ball moving across to Evalds. Oh, not the best pass. Not the best pass at all. And the move breaks down again, and Huddersfield once again, just as things start to look promising, come up with an error.
Well, then they'd made meters. They got a little bit of momentum there. Evalds, just poor skill out on the edge, poor decision. Bradford just staying patient. And they have to make these minutes where they're a player down in the bin. They've got to make it count. Round 5, take their opportunities. Already denied a couple of tries. They can't be denied anymore through their own errors.
Yeah, here's Wynn. Fighting to play the ball. Here now, Ethan Ryan. Bradford will want to see him more involved going forward, because he is lethal. Got his 100th Bulls try. There's Zach Fulton in the sin bin. Got another just under 7 minutes to go for Zach Fulton. Sent off for persistent infringement. It was a team penalty rather than just on him, but he was the one on the end of the yellow card. Here's Logan Lewis. He's up over the 30. Can Bradford open up the second half with some points? Mella short pass, looking to get Ormonroyd through a gap. Ormonroyd stands in the tackle. 15 out, last one. He'll play it now. Ackers gets it away. They're going to Nicarima. Ball back on the angle here now. Coming back across the place of play. There's a kick looking for Lewis. Lola lets it bounce. Did he get it down, Lewis, or has he bounced it? Well, there's no big celebration. It looked to the naked eye like he bounced it. Another one for Matty Lynn.
You got no try.
Down that end, he said no try. And it looks like Lewis there's missed a gilt-edged chance.
Tui, I've got it. Just let me go through my process.
Okay, we'll have live call of no try. Everyone is onside, so we'll run it through, see what happens. Got a live call of no try. Okay, Lola here is moving towards the ball. What happens now? See if we can see the ball on this one. Okay, is there a push on Lola here? Okay, it's two players moving towards a ball, and there is going to be some jostle in between them two. But there is then a knock on by Lewis that goes dead. It's going to be a 20-metre restart, no try.
Well, we've seen a few tries chalked off at that end now, but once again, Matty Lynn was right on the spot. Well, there was no celebration again from Lewis. He knew he hadn't grounded it, and it will be a 7-tackle restart. But what's going on down that end of the ground, Courtney?
It's very, very interesting. And the decision there from Ulahaya just to let the ball bounce back on the inside. It could have been absolutely anything. It goes in his favour and gives them a 7-tackle set, which we know is potent at the best of times to play it down.
What can they make of it? In their last set, well, the completion rate for the Giants has gone under 70% now. Ball carried forward here. Up and over halfway they come. The Giants on the front foot, looking to work the short side. Lollahey gets his hands on it, tips it on to Hewitt. Hewitt will fall in the tackle. Good defence from Bradford. More to do though for the Bulls. Gale gets it away. He now gets the ball away. Lollahey will just drop the ball underneath to Rushton, who's a willing carrier. 10 out from the line. They've lined up to the left, the Giants. That's been their go-to set restart. They were just lining up to go to that left edge. Now they get another 6. Here's Gaia. He gets the ball. He's tackled, not put to ground. Will play it eventually. Well, they wanted to go again here. Here's Lollahea trying to take them all on. Well, they've got numbers again left here, the Giants, if they look up. Remember, the Bulls are down to 12. They're a player down. Here's Rushton. They race off. Blake and Wynn just racing off the line at every opportunity. Huddersfield can't, and another set restart. Bradford really are testing the patience there. As what on earth was that? Has Russell got injured there? I think he's got injured. Has he done his calf or his knee? Hopefully nothing serious. Referee thinks he's going to stop play here, and Russell looks in a bad way. Just dumped the ball. He realised straight away there was something wrong, and the medics are on, and this is a worrying sign for Ollie Russell.
Well, he went down and immediately clutched. I just wondered if initially it was the knee. His hands have gone to his head as they just do a bit of a neck assessment just for precautions, but I do think it's...
Oh, is it his Achilles? Look, they're looking at that, the calf Achilles area, aren't they? He knew straight away something had gone there, didn't he? Jim Lennon looks on, just as the Giants again look like they're going to be poised to strike. Well, hopefully, and this is one of those innocuous ones that we hope aren't as bad as they look, but always seem to end up worse than they do look.
Well, you just have a look there. It's just a little bit of a prop on that leg. And if a sniper took Swift down in that first half to deny him a try, there's a sniper somewhere in the stands this evening for the Giants. And Lenihan, well, you can just see the frustration on his face. Both teams battling injuries.
This is not good for Ollie Russell. Triple header tomorrow in the Super League. Castleford, Hull, Wakefield and Catlin Leeds to come tomorrow. This is one of those moments that when we all come to a rugby game, we want everyone to stay fit and healthy. And it's just one of those really awkward ones that could be quite serious. There's a cast of many Giants that are not available tonight. Liam Sutcliffe on his way back, bottom right of your screen there. Hopefully he'll be back soon. And this is not good for the Giants, and he's going to be helped off the field. That's him done, and fingers crossed it's not as bad as it looks initially. But the Giants, has to be said, prior to that, Courtney, they had chances to go left and they kept just keeping it close to the ruck. They haven't taken, again, the opportunities they've had.
Well, again, you wouldn't say it's been brilliant defence from Bradford. A couple of times caught out their numbers. One play down here on the right. They had 4 here, left them exposed out on that left-hand Giants edge.
Yeah,
and they continued.
Yeah, there's 2 former Giants and a former Bull, of course, Robbie Hunter-Paul and Big Earl. Nice to see Earl back at the Giants, such a stalwart here in his career. And Robbie Paul, who played for both, of course. That is not a good sign, and that hopefully not as bad as initially looks. The Bulls, they've given away another penalty, this time for lifting the leg and tipping. Now is that 3 penalties, 4 penalties if you include the set restarts in quick succession?
Zach, don't worry,
Well,
I've got a message into
ask them and
Zach, wait for me.
invite them into their line. And just a bit of a frustration there. You look at the way they take them down.
Well, they're a playmaker now, so they're going to have to reshuffle on the run here, the Giants. Gay gets it away, Lollahea finds Evalds, here the ball wide to Tane Milne. Bradford scramble, won't go on the tuck. I don't think he did go on the tucks there. Penalty. Ball's come out. Tane Milne wins the side of penalty. Bradford there, throw the ball away. They've got to be careful here, the Bulls. They're just in danger, aren't they? Of imploding. They thought they'd done a great job here.
Time off.
Well, they did a great job earlier in that corner on Swift.
They're going to challenge up there.
I was going down.
Tane Milne.
Well, they're going to challenge this, so
Bradford are challenging the ruling of a ball.
they're going to say
just let go of the ball.
they're challenging of a ball steal. Now,
Okay.
this is one of
It's gonna
those
get
where you
reviewed
do
anyway,
think,
'cause
has
he
Milne
challenged the
just let go of it and let Bradford carry it in the touch?
Let the video
Well, he
ref go
does
through his
lead
call.
the
I'll talk
Super
to you.
League
Okay.
for his offloads. Certainly not a conscious decision. He's absolutely just manhandled here. It's almost like just a bit of desperation to get the ball free. 4-on-1. He's sliding his way to the touchline. So we see that.
Yeah, I think what Chris Kendall is looking at here, there's that many bodies involved. He can't overrule that. He can't overrule it. So the challenge will be inconclusive.
It's inconclusive.
So that means the Bulls will keep their challenge, but they don't win it. So Bradford concede the penalty.
They don't win it. They've won themselves 60 seconds just for the players to get a breather. Set restarts, penalties, and an injury as well. It's all been a little bit full on down there. And this is where the halves for the Giants. Just got to settle them down, get to your points.
Here they come. All eyes now on Lollahea, isn't it? He gets it to Greenwood. Wolford waits. Looks like Dyer's going to play in that extra half position. They've come to this side. Miss out pass. Giants go without it. Now the break's on. But no chance Evan Skur's going to go the length of the field, but he does the next best thing, keeps possession. But the Huddersfield Giants here are just failing time after time after time to put points on the board.
Hurry up now!
Just wow. Just wow. They trail on the scoreboard by 6. We know that they can get some momentum up, but the impatience, looking for the absolute worldies, rather than just grinding this Bradford team down, lifting the eyes. There's opportunities everywhere.
Maybe the sign of a wind's holding his head here, and he looks in a bit of discomfort. And he's saying it was a crusher, so the referee comes across. Conor Wynn is not happy at all with this.
And you can see when he stayed down, he's made a point of it on Wolford. Hewitt in the tackle there as well. It's just a situation where he makes the decision to turn and reverse his way in. It's a bit of a difficult one for the defenders.
It's getting reviewed.
I'm not sure Wolford really
It's getting reviewed, Joe.
tries to place too much pressure on him. I think he realises and pulls out.
Yeah, and I think the second defender has also done the same there, hasn't he? So
Game from 0.
they are having a look at this. but I think that'll just get put on report. I don't think they can really see anything in that. And as awkward as it was for Connor Wynn,
there's a lot of moving parts. It's going to be on report.
A decision going his way. We've had 7 minutes.
Yeah, if you'll play the ball,
it feels like it's been pretty stop-start this second half.
No, it's on report. Okay, wait for me on the line.
The first half was all over the shop like a washing machine. In the second half, well, we've had some stoppages, delays, reviews, injuries.
Here come the Bulls. The Bulls will fear if they score next. They're on the way to the double and a first away win. Here it is again. It's very hard to see, and I think Wolford has done a lot there not to make that a crusher tackle.
We can see he's almost side on, and typically the crushers, as we see 6 again called.
Yeah, here the ball dumped out to Atkin. Did he run behind his own man? Well, he'll take the tackle. He'll give himself up there. But the Bradford Bulls now get a chance. Can they take advantage of good territory here? Mellor drops it back on the angle. There's a hit there off the ball. Bradford are going to get a penalty here. And the referee instantly blows up. Now there's another Bradford man down, but I think the Bradford man is going to get up. I think that's Wonga Blake who's up on his feet.
Well, I think it's English. Since he's come on, he's been like an absolute cannon, trying to influence this game and have a real presence, lead the forward pack around. He got done for a penalty on the kicker, cost them points earlier. Again, just trying to stamp a little bit of authority through the middle.
You would imagine here, 6 points in front, they'll have another shot at goal. But
Chris, are you going for 2?
Bradford have only got a minute left, and Matty English frustrated, and Bradford will have a shot at goal here to add another 2 onto their tally.
And this is just salt into the wounds, isn't it? You just see that ball turn back under. Salt into the wounds of, again, the number of opportunities and times inside 20. They came away empty-handed. That lack of composure. And instead it'll be the Bulls just push potentially another 2 onto an already 6-point lead.
Yeah, well, Atkin is 3 of 3. Can he make it 4 from 4? He's about 26 out from the post. Here he comes, short run up. Pretty good strike. Flags go up, and Bradford's lead is now 8 points. 16 points to 8, the Bulls lead.
Well, with 20 seconds remaining, with only 12 on the pitch, as we see the ball drilled absolutely straight down the middle of the sticks. 2 penalty goals. You see the away team. Look at the emotion from the fans as they urge their team on.
That full turn about to come on, and it will be 13 on 13. Bradford survived the opening 9 minutes of the second half. Huddersfield will feel chances were spurned, and they've lost Ollie Russell, which could be a hammer blow to them here this evening as well. Bradford then bring it forward. Here's Skur, he's all action, isn't he? Not your stereotypical Super League forward, but he's a tough lad to tackle. Here goes Ackers. Ball now carried forward. Quick play of the ball. Taken into contact by Russell. Russell can't get an offload away, but he makes good meters. Short pass here. Here's Akins. Bradford up towards halfway again. They roll down the field. Last one for them. Back it goes to Atkin. Picks his spot. Chases all offside. Milne will catch it. Now the Bradford line forms, and they'll bring him down inside the 20. And Bradford, having got the lead now, they can afford to play the percentage game. Can't they play the long game now?
They absolutely can. They survived that period, but a penalty so untimely. They took the 2 points after surviving that 10 minutes of player down. And just a little bit hasty off that line, as we see Lola Haya definitely fine touch. Even if it only made 10 metres, he's not making the same mistake twice.
No, he's not. An ironic jeer around us. Huddersfield need points. Let's have a look what's going on in the other game. as Wolford breaks away. Wigan apparently levelled up at 12-12, but Warrington have booted themselves in front. Sky Sports action for that. Warrington will be clear second with a win over Wigan tonight. Wigan, no Jay Field added to their list of absentees. Here come the Giants then. Get the feeling if the Giants do score next, we're in for a real bumper bonanza last half an hour here, but can they hold their nerve? Can they complete some sets down this end of the field? 20 away. Wolford finds Lollahea. Lollahea back, gets it away to Evans. Evans, ball on the ground on the repeats. They got a 6 again and they lose it on tackle 1. The Huddersfield Giants are a shambles tonight.
Well, the impatience of this team, just looking for the offload. Just not needed. Evans, he gets the shirt at fullback this week. Just looks a little passive, a little...
I'm sure he heard the set restart klaxon. Here's Doro. He takes it forward. But their completions are at 68%. I dare say they're even worse than that when they're in the Bradford 20.
Absolutely no doubt. It's got to be underneath 50%. And that's what's going to be the killer. He killed them in round 5. The coaches will be scratching their heads, but I tell you what, Kurt Haggerty has warned his team. He does not want this Giants team to have momentum and get comfortable, and this crowd is starting to get a little bit more involved.
Yeah, they are, but still only 8 points the lead. Here's Swift. Double for him in that first half. Here now is Dane Gagai. They've got the players, haven't they, Huddersfield, but they just can't put all the pieces together in the right order at the moment. Here now is Kozza. Can he glue it together middle of the field? That's a better pass. Here's a chance now. Wrench! Oh, it's over the sideline again. What are this Huddersfield Giants team doing?
I tell you what, the evidence that's presented itself over recent weeks at the Bradford edge defence and even in this game here, but the push, the desperation on the hip from Tane Milne does a great job, gets that ball back in 2 hands, looking for his winger. They've had so much joy, even just meters, let alone tries, and the coaching staff, well, see the messages are just absolutely flying down to the subs box.
Just needs a little bit of calm and collect. I think Kozza coming on in the middle of the field will help, although that won't help because they've given away a penalty. Guy all over the Bradford player the ball, and at 16-8. It was a tight game at Odsal. Bradford won it late on, and it got the feeling of another game they're going to win late in the piece here as they look for a first away win of the season.
Well, they've had to work hard for it, haven't they? If they do come away with the points. A lot of games still to be played, and we've seen plenty of times rabbits pulled out of hats by Huddersfield at home.
Doro tackled. Atkin scoots. Atkin goes alone, dragged down inside the 20. Now Acker's back in at dummy half. Career appearance 300 for him. Is it going to be a winning one with the Bulls? Here's Mellor. Mellor looking to switch back. Not the best pass. Bounced kindly. Here on this near side is Riley Dean, who's filling in the centre. A bit of a reshuffle on the run for the Bulls. Looks like they've lost Armitage, doesn't it? Here now, ball carried forward inside the 5. Bradford on the last one. They're looking to crash over again, but Giants turn them away. Turnover right on the line.
Well, they've done pretty well to survive, force the errors out on that edge. And watch them, look at that condensed line. They're all within the scrum lines, both sides of Swift. He's going to have to work hard to come out of his own end. And is this next 10-minute period the deciding factor when the Bradford push ahead?
Still got 24 minutes plus a little bit of change left. Here now goes Geyer. Gets it away. Can he find a pass? No, he can't. He's ragdolled to the ground by Wonga Blake and Evan Skur. Bradford defending on halfway. Here now is Milne, who carries centre field. They're just looking to keep it simple here. A couple of nice carries. They roll Bradford back. What have we got on the end of the set? Lollahea is going to send it high. He's going to ask Akins to come to catch it. Can the Giants get some bodies around him? Akins comes up with it. Really good take from the fullback. They needed that, Bradford.
Well, they really did, and Akins.
Oh, they didn't need that pass, though. That was a horrendous pass. Wow. Well, what's he? Oh, the referee's given a penalty because they've tried to drag him over the line. And Huddersfield, every time they look like they're going to do something, they do something to completely alleviate the situation. You've tackled him 6 inches off his own line. What are they doing?
All the hard work was done. Lollahea puts up a nice kick. A terrific kick chase through the middle from his supporting forward pack. And then they... A decent tackle, literally inches off the try line, but just that effort from Hewitt. Again, discipline. He's just shooting themselves in the foot here.
It's a penalty. Good news for the Bulls. We mentioned Armitage had left the field. He went left the field for a HIA. He's passed it, and he will be back.
Yeah, let's go. Time off. Now,
we've had 16 minutes of the second half here.
Let's have the water break.
And we're going to have a water break here and now. So they're going early with the water break. Tim Leonard might want something a bit stronger than a water break at this time, because his side, they've created chances or had chances, but not taken any of them. Kurt Haggerty's side have defended well, and they've tacked on that penalty up the other end. They're looking good for a first away win of the season.
Well, you can see there, Haggerty is just hanging on. They've got a tough run ahead of them. They need those 2 points. And it's just been the difference, the control probably of Nicarima and the halves for the Bradford Bulls. And Russell, we know that he's gone off with that injury. Hopefully not too long term, but just lands all on the shoulders of Lollahea, doesn't it? And the impatience and control, or the lack of.
Well, you get the feel they've got to go to that left-hand side, but obviously now Russell has gone off. That makes that a little bit more awkward. More points at the brick, and it's Wigan in front, 18-14. Remember, the winner of that goes within 2 points of Leeds tonight. Leeds play tomorrow, part of a triple header on Sky Sports. What a day tomorrow. Got a triple header from the NRL as well. Don't need to leave the house tomorrow. The kick for touch is not the best. It gets about 5 or 6 metres downfield, and the Bulls will get it back. I'm going to call it now, Courtney. I think if Bradford score next, they've got enough, they've won the game, but Huddersfield have got to find a way to get back in it.
Yeah, they really do, and if they can score next, especially we know Atkins, he's had a golden boot this evening, and he continues to push out that lead. They'll certainly get away with one, as we see just a little punch back in behind there.
Good run again from Skur. Takes it away to Mellor. Mellor back for Uribe Doro. Seems to run in at 100 miles an hour every time he carries. Tackle just short of the halfway line. Ackers with a no-look pass finds Akins. Akins opts not to offload it. Ball now back to Chris Atkin. He sends it high. Milne waits on his 10. He'll catch it. Bradford again complete the set. Their percentage rate from half-time has gone up. The Giants one has gone down.
And when you trail on a scoreboard, that's the absolute stat that must go through the roof. Apart from obviously the scoreboard, as we see Swift takes another carry, 2 tries to him. And they'll need another 2 if they're to win this game tonight.
They just need something to go their way, don't they, Huddersfield? And they look like a team that's forgotten how to win. It is as basic as that, isn't it? They've just forgotten how to get over the line. Here's Wolford, that's better. Probe in the middle with Evans, guided well to hang on to it. Last one, he'll play it now. They've got numbers down that left-hand side, but Lollahea then comes back the other way, sends the kick high, They're backtracking here with Akins, collects it on the full. Akins is looking to get to an edge, and all of a sudden he's got Ethan Ryan outside him. Gets it away to Ryan. Ryan bursts over the 20, up to the 30 and up to the 40. And Bradford, even when they're on the back foot, are coming up with good plays to get them out. And here goes Akins, and in 2 plays, they've gone 45 metres upfield.
Well, both teams eating through the metres. The Giants had just got themselves down to terrific position again, but it was the hollow kick chase. And almost a rushed kick. Loolahea not quite set. And as they come up to the 4th, well, they've just churned out another 70 metres easily.
Here's Mellor, gets the pass away then. Numbers. Well, a good defence from the Giants. Loolahea did well there to shut down Atkin. They'll go instead here to Riley Dean. Floats up a kick that Nikorima's after. Nikorima jumps for it. Ball's on the ground. Picked up by Huddersfield. Referee's going to say it was a knock-on from the Bradford player. That'll be the turnover.
Well, a scrum, but again, great field position here. And Nikorima, who's been busy as ever this evening, gets himself in an onside position and just challenges for that one.
Yeah, well, Giants have it. Quarter of the game remaining. Can they find some points at the end of it here to dig themselves out of the hole? They are bottom of the table.
Rewind to that first half and the times that the Giants got inside 20 as we see a little shift out to the left-hand edge. The crowd starting to get involved, but they don't look overly threatening from this area of the field, and that will be as simple as that for the Bulls. Keep them away from inside 20s for every chance.
Here's Loolahea out the back to Evalds, gets it away now to Wrench. Wrench has looked threatening all night. This time he hangs on, 20 out, better again from Huddersfield. Last one in the set. Milne's off on the run, but he needs to find a pass, so he's gone for the kick, and he's kicked it straight to Bradford. Oh, dearie me.
Again, another set, gone begging, a repeat set, or at least made it difficult for the away team to come out of a corner. Tane Milne, I don't know who's at fault there. Milne looking up, looking for Loolahea. In the end, somebody, anybody, please.
There's Doro, makes a break, brought down by Powell. Bradford is starting to look threatening now, aren't they? They're closing in on victory. How brave do they want to be? How aggressive do they want to be? Here's Fulton. Fulton gets it away now, finds Akins, swings it wide, looking for Russell, gets it to Wonga Blake. Blake with a bit of footwork. He's tackled inside the 40. Last one. Bradford, though, starting to ask a few more questions now. They'll go to the boot of Akins. He's going to send it high across field. They're coming for contact. Milne's dropped it. They're offside. That's a penalty. Well, Bradford instantly say take the 2. They lead by 8. And they've got a penalty out in front of the sticks. They're just going to nudge their way to victory.
2.
But Bradford, as we said, looking, and that's the point at the other end, isn't it, that you made? If Huddersfield put the ball up in the air, anything can happen. Milne basically passed it straight to a Bradford defender.
Yeah, it's a random sequence of happenings here from the home team. And just after he basically handed the ball back over, such a simple skill he would do 9 times out of 10, but it just shows the pressure of a scoreboard, the pressure of feeling like you're chasing and the clock is ticking. It just makes players crumble at times, and we know the boot of Atkin tonight.
Yeah, well, there's the kick. There's Ollie Russell, got the moon boot on, and it does not look good for him. Hopefully he'll be okay, but I think everyone here is fearing that that might be a long-term injury. Chris Atkin is 4 from 4. This is just to the left of the sticks. He will add on another 2, and the Bradford Bulls, step by step, brick by brick, are making their way to a first away win. 18 points to 8. We're inside the final quarter, and the Giants in big trouble.
Well, they haven't done a double win against them since 2006. 17 minutes left on the clock. They're certainly heading that way. And Atkin, well, after copping one late early, That boot of his, certainly no dramas with that this evening. As we see the kick-off,
Not gone short. And now that's a penalty. And it just seems everything they do goes wrong.
No, it's always
Is there a
back at the
jinx on
halfway
this
line.
place?
and this is where, you know, you can look at that one moment of the short kick-off, and of course they wanted possession back. It's almost looking for the cheats way rather than doing the hard work that really should have and could have been done when Bradford were a player down.
And as Jim Lenihan looks on, they've had chances tonight, they've had possession, they haven't done anything with it. Credit to Bradford, they've defended really well, but gee, the Huddersfield Giants have made some poor decisions tonight. Now the Bradford fans here, they're 10 in front, you want to see them put some points on late on. They really go after the Huddersfield Giants here.
Well, we both know that they're both at the bottom of the ladder, and a little bit of pride to roll their sleeves up and pile on a couple of points.
They're all now working its way. Nicarima gets it away to Russell. Bradford closing in on victory now. Here's Nicarima, the main man, gets it away now to Atkin. Atkin out the back, ball dropped back for Ryan. Ryan just had to stop in his tracks. 5 out from the line. Ball now here with Atkin, finds Mellor. Mellor keeps it alive. Look at Aribi Doro looking for the ball. He's sidestepping his way through. He'll find an offload. Finds Ackers. Ackers scampers across, moves it to Nicarima. Nicarima to Wonga Blake. Blake pushes off one. Is he going for the line? He is. What a try from the Bulls. Wonga Blake is over, and that will do it for Bradford. Surely now that first away win. And a few boos ring around the EQ Stadium. Joy for the Bulls, they lead 22 points to 8.
Well, there it is. That's the blow that will really sink this Huddersfield Giants ship. And Blake has come in, dropping under, looking for some business back through the middle of the field tonight. But have a look at the skill on show from the man here. You see a big shift, left to right. You can see missed tackle, and when you bite in like that, they've got to be made, especially when you've got men like Doro who just runs like an absolute train. It was just here, Nicarima with a little tip on, nothing overly special, but the fend. Have a look at this, ball in one hand, fend in one. The attempt and the fake with the little flick pass, but thank you very much. There it is, and the Giants as they stand behind the sticks. I'd love to know what's been said.
Yeah, well, always some, you would hope, some harsh words. It's Chris Atkin, 5 from 5. Looks to make it a perfect 6 out of 6. 14 points to lead, only 13 minutes remaining. Atkin from out wide. Strikes it pretty well, and the flags go up, and Atkin is still 100% with a boot. More joy for the Bradford fans. Another step nearer that first away win of the season.
Well, we can see there Russell, who went on off with that terrible injury, potential calf, Achilles. You can see just the expression on his face says it all about his team's performance here in the second half. We've let it slip.
And interesting, now they've got another try behind, they don't go for the short restart. So Bradford get it back, make of that what you will. And Bradford now, surely, it's a question of how many, not if, the Bulls will win.
And I think after a chaotic first half, we've seen the Bradford Bulls just through their halves just take a little bit of control, show some resilience, and they've come out the other side after probably a 15-20 minute period of just onslaught.
Kick downfield, collected by Evalds, and now you get the feeling they are going to have to roll the dice here, aren't they?
Well, and they're trying to do it through Swift, who bags a double already in the first half. And the backs start to come in, do a little bit more work, trying to get them out of this end. But the Bulls, they know that the 2 points, well, it It leans on the shoulders of just some solid, consistent defence here.
Huddersfield running out of time, running out of hope. It will be 11 on the spin that they have lost. They are adrift at the foot of the league. And it might be gradings rather than players that keep them in the Super League next year. Lollahea will send it high. Akins has to sprint across into traffic, doesn't get there. Ball bounced away. Bradford are countering here. There's a hint maybe of a possible knock-on, but here's Akins sprinting away. He gets the ball away. Good play from Bradford, and look at that. They're already over halfway with Ethan Ryan. The bounce of the ball favoured the Bulls.
Yeah, it really did. We saw it in the first half as well. High balls that went up and missed the target altogether, but you've got to love Ryan coming across, getting involved.
I just wondered there if that Akins boot, and Wonga Blake was stood offside, but the referee didn't pick up on that. So Bradford play on. 12 remaining. They lead by 16. Here's Logan Lewis showing up again for the Bulls. He's been a good recruit from the Salford man. Here now, they go forward through the hands, short pass. Russell didn't have anywhere to go. Nikorima's pass just fell a little bit short of the target. Ball now goes down the short side. Last one, and they're just going to run it in. So Bradford happy with what they've got. 11 left. Saying to the Giants, you need snookers, so we don't think you're going to get them.
Well, certainly 12 minutes on the clock. There is time in the game. Is it time enough? But Nikorima's decision there shows exactly the mindset, not willing to cost themselves an error in a 7-tackle set, just happy to work defensively.
That's a penalty. Well done from Gay, just caught them offside there. So they'll get a chance to boot into touch here. Oh no, they're going to tap it.
Well, Lewis never really got square at marker. He was in a bit of trouble in the tap. Just to get the quick play of the ball and a little bit of momentum.
Pass there from Dunford. Gagai is tackled. Well, if they get one here, they may feel of a chance, but they've got to score, you feel, in this set, Huddersfield.
Well, it's not just score, they've got to convert as well. As we know, the away team through the boot of Atkin, well, it served well this evening.
Yeah, it has. Here now is Wolford, gets it away. Here's Fenton Rogers, former Bull. Plays it now, Wolford with runners, plays it short. They're trying to power their way over, but Bradford up to the challenge. They've got one left here. Ball's on the ground. Referee said that'll be a penalty. Ball steal. So they've got a challenge up their sleeve, Bradford, if they want to use it.
What are you challenging?
Russell. What are we taking here? There's a time limit on how long they get to challenge, and they are eventually going to challenge.
Time off.
You can see there, it's a little bit hard to tell from the footage. There's a lot of bodies involved on the floor.
That was
on the fifth.
What have you called though? They're on
a ball steal.
Sorry.
It's been handed over potentially. I'm not going to see the Giants take two, as the Bradford Bulls have done all evening. As we have a look here on the replay, just wonder if it's a boot.
It does go out at some pace, doesn't it?
Well, it looks like the boot. Backers potentially in an attempt to get up, find himself in the defensive line as he just knocked it out without intention. We've had some inconclusive already this evening. We'll see another one here.
Well, the Bulls are going to get the call here because they're saying there's only Dan Russell could have stolen it.
No ball
and you
steal.
can see both his arms there. And this challenge is going to be successful. And once again, the Huddersfield Giants are going to come up dry.
It's going to be your scrum.
How many times have they been down that end? And how many times have they come away with no points? This now is turning into another horrible night for the Huddersfield Giants. Bradford fans celebrate. They're going to be going up the table, but for Jim Lenihan, he must be wondering where the win is coming from.
Well, the drought looks like it will continue for the Giants. And I reckon there'll be some sleepless nights when those heads hit the pillow, replaying, reviewing their own games. No more so than the coach, who's desperate for a win.
Out to it! Hold!
Bradford look like getting that away day hoodoo off their back. And truth be told, they've been worth the win, haven't they? They've been better in the key moments. They've not been brilliant, but they have been stuck together. They've got a plan and they've played to it.
Well, it took them a while to get into the game. Once their halves took control, they settled things down. They had a period, a player in the bin, and they really rallied for each other. It hasn't been pretty the whole time, but it's like that second half effort last week against the Rhinos. It's been the same again this week. They'll come out with 2 points though.
Yeah, they have.
Everyone give 10!
Ball kicked towards the corner. Mill wants it to run dead. It's not going to run dead.
Zach, up and square!
Bring it back.
Hold!
The Bulls make their final substitution. And Huddersfield now, well, they have got to roll the dice. There's 8 minutes left now. They've got to come up with something.
away!
You can see that back starting to get in. Swift looking to expose 8 tackle breaks from him last week.
Andy out!
It might be a tackle break. He's going to need some support around him. He can't do it himself. He's already got 2 tries.
Away, boys! Back, hold.
We'll look towards the 30. Wolford gets it away to Lollahea. Oh, nice hands. Finally the Giants make a break. Here now is Evans, waiting for support, gets the ball away. It's going to be dragged down 5 short. Desperate from the Bulls. Last one. They want to play it. Which way do they go? They go over the top, looking for Wrench. Oh, it gets it to Mill. He's got it down. Mill scores in the corner, just about kept himself in the field of play. And finally, with 7 minutes left, there's a little bit of hope for the Huddersfield Giants.
Well, it was through the middle of the field. There was a little bit of creativity and beautiful hands and a juggle from Evans. When he gets his support play, can be so dangerous, but with 7 minutes remaining, could be too little too late. So they're up against it. Beautiful finish there, but the desperation again on show. And the Bradford Bulls almost save them a try. And while they've got breathing space on the scoreboard, that is exactly what Kurt Haggerty asks of his players.
Well, this is a big kick. If Lollahea can kick this, 2 converted tries would win it. Lollahea strikes it. He strikes it, and it's gone through the middle. Well, we might just have a grandstand finish here. That break, Evans with a juggling, did well. It was lovely hands, and finally for Huddersfield, the play comes off.
Yeah, Lollahea, they have looked a couple of times back through the inside. Have a look at that. It's Ryan and counterparts there. Just denied it, but a brilliant ball. Knows they're short on numbers, and an unselfish tip. And what is really quite a spectacular finish there from Tane Milne.
He's done well to finish it, hasn't he?
Very well.
Rushton with a looping pass. Wrench, he's done so well to get that down. Right, 6 remaining. A lifeline. Can the Giants score again? Here they come now. Rodgers off the back fence. Oh, Bradford thought they were home and hose. They've got a little bit more work to do, the Bulls. Is there another play from the Giants to bust them open? Here now is Wolford. Here's Lollahea. Gets it away to Gaia. He gets it away now to Evans. He finds Gagai, who's hit by Wonga Blake on halfway. But the Giants have still got 3 tackles left in the set. There's now the ball just over halfway. Bradford, can they hang on? Probably got 3 more sets to defend. Ball now here will go across. Here's Lollahea out the back to Niall Evans. Evans looking to straighten up, finds Wrench. Wrench gets it away. Milne held onto it this time. Forward pass though. Forward pass. They had to go for it there. Wrench just couldn't get the pass going backwards, and that should do it for Bradford.
Well, you can see the high fives and the back slaps all around. They know how important that was to shut down that set. Again, no panic out on that edge, waiting for the inside defence to come across. 5 minutes remain. 2 converted tries required to win the game. And probably 3 sets at best for them to do so.
Well, they've got to stop Bradford here. All with Wynn.
Help! Release! Mommy, wait.
Bradford would look to try and work their way out. Nikarima carries to the 40. Here is Evan Skur. No nonsense, gets on with it. Gives Bradford a bit of go forward. Ackers out of dummy half, gets it away to Nikarima. Nikarima again takes on the line. Gone for over 130 metres. Here now is Akins. Akins tackle. Last one for the Bulls. Been a pretty conservative set. And Atkin will end that set by rolling it into touch. 4 minutes remaining. And Bradford again up at 82% completion rate. 68% for the Giants. And that probably the tail of the tape tonight.
Yeah, it really has been. And you look at the incomplete sets, how many of those were inside 20. And they just threw the ball away at times. And they could have put points on the board. But that set there says a lot for me. The halves for Bradford and the Giants. Unfortunate to lose Russell partway through the game to injury, but Nikarima's running efforts this evening and Atkins' boot.
Now a penalty here. So Huddersfield are going to get the chance. Now Lollahare has got to get greedy with his kick. None of this 10-metre nonsense. He's got to thump this right down the other end of the field, and well, that'll do.
Yeah, we saw one earlier. He probably tried to get 60 metres. On the occasion, it's just 20. But it's hands back on the ball. 3 minutes remain. 10 points the difference.
Yeah, well, if they score here, they'll get the ball back with time to score another one. This will be the ultimate smash and grab, surely. Here's Wolford. Gets it away. Lollahare, well taken in there by Fenton Rogers. Well, this was a grandstand finish nobody saw coming, but we did say the Giants had had plenty of chances. They hadn't taken them. Can they take them here? No. Great work there from Wynn. Shoots out of the line. And Huddersfield running out of tackles and running out of time. Lollahare finds Gao, who's worked hard. He's tackled. This is the last one. They've got to come up with a play now. They're going down that short side. Here's Russell, turns the ball back. They've got to find an offload. And they don't. They don't have a play up their sleeve. And I'll say it again. It sums them up. They're so disorganised in attack. I know they've lost Ollie Russell. You can give them that. But they are not asking enough questions.
No, they aren't. And they hadn't lost Ollie Russell when they were up against the Bradford Bulls with a player down. So you can't play on that excuse all evening. As we see the smarts of Bradford now just control the clock, control the ball, maintain possession as the away fans, the flags are up.
Well, they've had to wait a while, haven't they? Remember, they were relegated here 12 years ago. And they're going to hit their first Super League away win on the ground where they were relegated back in 2014. It's been a long way back for the Bradford Bulls. They've been there the distance. And credit to them, there might be a late points here. Nikarima away, he's looking for support, puts it on the toe. Too much? No, maybe not. Maybe not. Wonga Blake celebrates. He thinks he's got a double. It'll go upstairs to the screen. Nikarima burst his way through. On field, they're saying no tries. Wonga Blake pulling the bluff. Let's find out from Chris Kendall.
Okay, everyone is on sides. We'll run it through on this angle, make sure nobody's been obstructed. That's just two players competing for the same ball. So is this ball then grounded? Camera 2. Okay, is this ball grounded? The ball is on the ground, and there's a hand on it there. We should go slow on this angle. The ball is grounded. Okay, so I've got sufficient evidence to overturn. The only thing I need to do now is review the rest of the play on a live review. So it's a clean pickup. Camera 4. It's a clean break. Okay, and we've seen it to this point. This is going to be a try.
Well, that's it. They've almost done it in reverse, this one. The Bradford fans will be thinking, hang on, we didn't see the grounding. We've already checked the grounding. That's fine. This is going to be a try. And Wonga Blake at the double. And once again, it's Jaden Nikorima's brilliance that beats the Giants. His run, his break, his kick. And Wonga Blake scores. And the icing on the cake for Blake and the Bulls.
Well, it was all sorted. It was all done and dusted. But Nikorima, he takes his 20th carry for the evening. He turns the hips inside of the defence, leaves them in his wake. And the kick, well, we have a look there on the replay. It's just a little skip. It's all too easy for Nikorima with great footwork, a little goosey, and a kick that looked to absolutely be going dead for all money. And Adam Swift, who's given his absolute heart to his home team this evening, 2 tries, plenty of metres for him. He can't do anything. And Blake, the delight, and another one.
Yeah, Chris Atkin keeps up his 100% record. It is fitting that his is the final kick of the night, and that is full time. Delight for Bradford. They've won 5 at home. No win yet for Jim Lenihan, and a few boos ringing around this stadium for Kurt Haggerty. No such trouble. They've got a